Hey everybody. Good. I hear people laughing and I see things moving.
Ben's trying to stop us from questioning his trauma.
Don't question my trauma. Sorry. Hi everybody. We missed y'all last week. We were out for the week, but we are back now. So thank you, Sarah. I knew you went looking for the GIF as soon as I was describing the situation. Perfect. Memes that happening. David, it is out for the week. Not feeling super hot. He's in the height of con season, so that kind of keeps David running ragged. Hey Sam, good to see you.
Hello.
So we'll do just a quick round of hi, how are you intros for everybody, and then we'll get to some recap stuff. So we're gonna start with we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna start with Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Maximil, the Tiefling Sorceress Bard.
Sarah, who's next?
Oh,
Yeah,
Maddie.
gotcha.
Hello, I'm Maddie. I play Isadora, the gun tank gunslinger half elf.
Maddie, who's next?
Josh.
Hi, how are you? That's it. That's what the DM
I
said.
don't play anybody.
I'm Josh. I play Jaeger Hellstrom, the human gunslinger alchemist dude guy with guns.
The guy with guns.
Bombs.
Gun.
I'm watching you, Josh.
Rudy Tooty.
Bring it.
Rudy.
We already killed you.
You're already dead. Josh, who's next?
Nate.
Hi, I'm Nate. I play Soren, the half-elf blade singer rogue. I don't have guns.
Yet.
Nate, you don't get to choose who's next because Zach is next.
Okay.
Hi everyone.
I'm sorry, he's all
I'm
that's
Zach.
left.
Well, there's you.
Sick last, just like
Could've gone.
oh god,
Could've gone.
having flashbacks to sports
no.
in elementary school. Oh,
You're not
See,
taking
oh,
my
God.
goodness.
I didn't want you to pick me so that Zach would truly be last and break his heart completely.
I play Doran, the Dragonborn Barbarian, and I do have guns, baby.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just realized
That was the day that we all
That
became
was-
macho men.
Oh yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
Tom Hogan.
Ooh, I'm so
I'm Ben.
strong.
I claim no part of this.
I don't think
He's
that's
responsible
entirely
for all
true.
of this.
I'm
really.
responsible for so much, and I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. So,
he is our DM and our tormentor.
hey, Z Honey Smack, thanks for the follow while we kind of recap. Sorry, we're a little slow this week.
Cool.
Tech difficulties and us being just having shenanigans because we missed each other last week while we were off. But yeah, last time,
Big thunder.
yeah, we got some storms in Zach's area, so we may have some camera difficulties tonight if Zach gets his internet whacked again. But
Hashtag just Florida things.
just Florida things. Way to dox Zach on our 10-person stream.
Yeah, now they know
gotta-
where to find
Now they
him
know where to
exactly
find you.
in the enormous state of
In
Florida.
Florida. Who wants to go
I
search
Get
through
a
Florida?
GoFundMe.
Florida.
I
Good
am-
lord. I am the Senate.
I am the Senate.
The last time we were here, we were exploring Eterna, which is literally on like so many people's backgrounds. We love to see it. I think we've got it hiding in here somewhere. Yeah, there's Sam's Eterna shot.
We're like right there.
So for the uninitiated, the Cyorion is a tidally locked planet, and it's got the backside blown out.
The fucking bowl.
It's a bowl. It's not flat. Screw you guys.
So you're saying Cyorion got his back blown out?
Ciorion's been taking back shots for centuries, eons, as it were.
Support time for mom.
Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, no.
Oh. Well.
this is my favorite day. Anyways. So, yeah, our favorite horror planet has been out here, hosting an entire civilization in the underside of the bowl, Eterna. We've been exploring it for a few days in game time now. You guys met a fantastic person helping you on the boat who was literally immediately abducted by a changeling from the Ebon Hand. We're not gonna survive today. Good lord. No, it's gonna be a TPK because the DM's gonna accidentally roll something and think it's true. He's laughing too hard.
Bring it.
So on as you guys, after you freed Tarish, I think his name was our
Yes.
little our captain of our fishing vessel, who was bringing you guys in,
And who is now set for life.
who
Yep,
literally
he can
has so
retire
much
with
money.
his family.
You guys keep like seriously hitting the lottery for just like 3 of the millions of people that live in this world are just like completely set because of the Midnight Parliament. The other people may have shit to say about you, but those 3 will fucking sing your praises till the end of time.
Question.
Questions, we're not even through the
wait.
recap yet. Go ahead.
How do all of you just have money? Because like I've not been tracking any money. Like
I don't
as far
have
as I
money.
know, Isadora doesn't have a single penny to her name. Where's this money? Are we just saying that we have money and we have it?
We've been
Money's fake, just so you have it.
I am a princess.
Yeah.
So
I have 10 gold.
so you're-
You,
31 gold, 5
So-
silver, 5 copper, which is
I
fuck you money as
squirrel
far
my
as peasants
I
are
squirrel
concerned,
my
but-
gold away.
literally like 3 people in this group stay at the Ritz-Carlton every night, and the rest of you are sitting out in the gutter behind the dumpster. There are some very well-off folk in the group, but others are scraping by. Isadora's had the same.
Pulls out a
Isadora's had the
platinum
same
and is
10
like,
gold since your character started, because you've been dealing
Goddamn.
with the Siege of Busat since like since you
since
joined
then,
the group.
and then
You really-
everyone
It
was
makes
just
you
giving
feel
me
better?
free drinks and food since then.
If it makes you feel better, we also didn't get paid at all ever until we were like level 11.
You guys did just fine. I don't want to hear it. You guys were guests of royalty.
No, when I
Next-
joined, I was.
We were
forced
also
to pay for
prisoners of
something.
royalty.
Yeah, we were also prisoners
Campaign,
and
next campaign.
wanderers in the deserts and
Next campaign, I'm gonna pull into Starion and be constantly saying, "Okay, well, how much
next
you gonna pay me for
next
it?"
campaign, it's Pathfinder, so it's a much better system for dealing with
Yeah,
wealth
but-
and
Oh,
character
okay,
growth.
that's getting
So
That's good to hear.
right now
Next
it's all
campaign,
arbitrary.
I'm a princess.
Good for you, Josh.
Thanks.
I can't wait to see it.
Living his best life.
Oh, just wait.
Live his best princess life.
I mean, we're encouraging him, but I'm really concerned because he hasn't come to me with the concept yet, which means the gears have been turning.
Oh,
I might be
dear.
changing the concept too. I might.
we got time. Anyway,
So
recapping.
Tarish,
Yeah.
Tarish was captured. You guys dealt with all that, and then Botran passed the fuck out on the deck, and Spackle started painting weird shit on the deck of the ship. Weird shit on the deck of the ship. There was murals going up. There was murals
Like the
going up.
Scream.
Yeah, weird the Scream type murals. Where is my proper reaction for this? Just me needing help all day.
Oh,
It's a
Yes, the Scream, essentially that type of art. But really what you guys got was a recap of all of Botran's adventures. You saw some weird fields you'd never seen before, some locations that none of you were familiar with, and then you saw Kosoba, which a lot of you were familiar with, and then you continued to see the sewers underneath Basat, and then the fight outside of the sewers, and then continuing through the desert over to where you launched the boat, and then out to Holderima. And the entire time Botran was running holding the hand of a little girl and had been referring to Spackle as Sparkle, which Botran vehemently denied, and the rest of you were like, no, we fucking heard what we heard. You absolutely said Sparkle. Botran had no idea what you're talking about, and then was passed out the whole time. These murals were being painted. Woke up as you guys arrived at the Velacor's harbor, which is this massive port city on this side of the world, located in a very large bay, just kind of the way that the rivers carve here. What you understand about Eterna is there is a thousands-mile wide whirlpool inside of that. You can see it next to Maddie there. Giant whirlpool inside this atoll-shaped continent that makes up the entirety of this side of Eterna. And there, Josh, thank you. I appreciate you volunteering. I just really like your head being stuck in the maw the whole time. However, on this side,
Just like your family, Jaeger.
Oh.
Bring it.
Oh.
well, that was me.
You don't want to test Jaeger right now.
That was so mean.
I do not want to see Jaeger's wrath personally speaking.
I just love the idea of Maximil like cocking her finger.
Let's go.
Side note, Jaeger can literally shoot you with his fingers.
I know.
He does have
He
a
has
finger
finger
guns
guns.
cantrip. He can go pew, pew,
Instead
and
of
shoot
a
you.
gun, I can shoot you with my fingers.
So can Max. You're not special.
Is it like?
Oh
is
no,
it like,
but it's a gunshot.
Is it
a literal
magical
gun.
bullets or is it bullets?
It doesn't take ammo, so it would be magical.
Hmm.
Fingernails.
I mean, that'd be cool if you were just literally like
Gross.
summoning.
Fucking
Fingernails.
gross. What's the opposite of
Ew.
inspiration? God, that was disgusting.
You're at disadvantage the rest.
It's actually
Oh.
bone, part of the bone.
Bone is better than fingernails shooting off, okay?
Yeah,
Disgusting.
that's pretty gruesome. Like, imagine like the first like bone in his finger, just like.
It's like Wolverine claws
Plummeting.
at that point. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. So you guys came to the spires of Valakor, in a city called Valakor's Harbor, where Botrin woke up and said he needed to get to the Spire of the Dreamer. You knew coming into this place there was the Spire of the Dreamer, Spire of Harmonious Council, and Spire of Illuminated Knowledge. 3 major landmarks. You can see them as you kind of came in. Literally, brain went off weeks ago, and I was like, I know what the city looks like, and I drew it in a terrible, terrible sketch on my notes. So there it is with its 3 little mountains. But 3 massive spires just inside of the bay. A large keep kind of shadowed underneath the spires as you guys arrive. Shadow Spire Citadel, this obsidian fortress, kind of the constant reminder of the city's power and unity, which you can see beyond the pier as you guys came in. And Botrin got off the boat and started moving in. I don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything?
It was
Okay.
suggested that we go to the College of Lorcana.
Yep, that's right, Lorcana, because I was pretty far gone, I think, at that point. I was like, I need a city college name, and arcane lore sounded stupid, so it became Lorcana. And I think Max made fun of me for that, so
Did I?
I don't know. Somebody...
I don't remember making fun of that.
But anyway, it was suggested you guys go to the College of Lorcana, which is nestled into the Spire of Illuminated Knowledge. And yeah, Botrin, at this point, we'll say, if there's nothing else that I forgot, I think we got it all. It was 2 weeks that we missed there, so it's really sucky when we're 2 weeks away.
We had the whole Brundoinum tattoo thing for.
Oh, God, yeah,
For
fucking
Isidore.
weird
Yeah.
snake shit happened. Jesus.
Rendoinum
Oh, I should go grab
had a
that
very
really quick.
had very few words to share, but a lot of sights to behold. A lot like Isidore went through a really trippy dream.
There was a very trippy dream for Isadora, and for those not in the know, basically, I'm trying to save this image so I can share it on stream with us. If you're not in our Discord, you absolutely should be, simply for the art.
There's a lot of cool shit.
Good lord, so much cool art shows up. Let me get this saved here, and we'll share it on stream really quick.
I'm
I
so
have to find one to
curious.
Summon Shadow Spawn.
Is the music that we're hearing in Foundry playing on the stream?
Yes.
Like, do they hear it?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is the art that Sam shared last week for us as Isadora woke from her dream, pulling on the thread that was hanging out in the nothingness. She figured out basically that she could extend her protective instincts to others around her, and when she did that, angelic wings made of snakes peeled off from her tattoos and spread to her friends around her to defend them. And I believe as the spell dissipated, one of them snapped at Jaeger.
Yeah. And his little friend, shadow friend, said, "Be careful, vessel. You only serve one master."
But none of us heard that.
Nope.
I don't know what that means.
I said that out loud to take mental note for myself. My memory.
Can I not make a feature for you? There it is, Avatar of the Eternal Protector. Yep. So, to recap, since it's been a couple weeks, once per day you can invoke the deity's power to create a protective aura. It extends in a 30-foot radius. 3 allies within the aura. You choose 3, gain resistance to all damage types for a minute. Additionally, if they die, drop to 0 hit points, they automatically stabilize and gain a hit point. So, Isadora, buff snake protector mommy. There she is. We love her. Yeah, definitely join the Discord if you haven't done that before. So, Botrin takes off, goes running. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, Zach, for totally ruining my college name for me.
You're welcome.
I don't want to get destroyed for that, so.
Listen, I mean, I just know how their lawyers operate, and it's.
We're gonna Google some fucking Wizard Academy names really quick, because I don't want to get busted by Disney
Just
of
spell
all
it
people.
different. Just spell it different.
No,
Yeah.
no.
There's some apostrophes in there.
Yeah. Make the C a K. It'll be fine.
It works.
Yeah.
Oh, this works. This was a good. I just pulled up some random name or word generators, and the Obsidian Arcanum works for all of this volcanic rock that this stuff is made out of down here. All this kind of black rock. So instead of College of Lorcana, so I don't get sued by Disney, we're gonna call it the Obsidian Arcanum. Botrin said at the end of last week, I must make it to the Spire of the Dreamer. Must seek my brothers and sisters. And literally took the fuck off with Spackle/Sparkle. So you're all standing on the ship now. Therese is like, thank you again. Welcome. Probably catch your friend, or do what you have to do. Goodbye. And heads into the harbor after tying the ship off. And you guys are standing here being stared at by the majority of all the passersby. People are carrying heavy boxes, moving things. It's a working harbor, so people are working and crates are being moved, but folks are stopping.
No time
and
like
staring.
the present. Goes right after.
Did what's her name? Did Maribel and all of our like kind of follow-alongs come on that boat ride with us, or did they get a different boat?
They packed in with you guys on this boat. You have
It's
Rodnan,
just
you have Rodnan
Maribel
and
and
Maribel.
Rodnan.
That's it.
It's just the two of them.
The two of them are with you, and like they're kind of
Okay.
getting looks as well, and they're both just like, Maribel's as everybody's just standing around, and Isadora takes off after Botrin. If y'all want to take care of him, I'm sure they got taverns down here too. I'll go find us a place to stay if y'all just want to.
That might be.
Yeah. So y'all see that big old dark spooky castle looking thing? There's like that fountain in front of it there. Meet me there in like say an hour or two. As soon as I find a place, I'm gonna go sit there and I'm gonna wait by the fountain until y'all show up.
Got it.
Be careful.
You too. Excuse me, y'all.
Um,
Hey, listen, just because I got pale skin doesn't mean I'm a weirdo. Just get out my fucking way. I need to find a place to sleep. She grabs Ron and she's like, come here, honey. Let's get moving. Grabs him and starts marching through the town.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna kind of walk up next to Max. I just realized anytime we separate from someone, we need to confirm who they are when we arrive back together.
Yeah.
Things to note for next time we see her.
Should I like keep this necklace out, or should I put
No.
it in my?
They know what they are. Keep it hidden.
Okay.
Okay. You all take off after Botrin, who's making their way to what must be the Spire of the Dreamer. The tallest of the three, as Therese pointed out, is the Harmonious Council. The primary meeting place for like government, that's the central spire, and the one that the Citadel, the Shadow Spire Citadel, is situated in front of. Off to the right is the Illuminated Knowledge, where the college is at. So I don't later. And then on the left, from where you're looking, like facing these three spires, is the Spire of the Dreamer. As Therese explained it, the Spire of the Dreamer serves, no, it's not just the Dreamer, but it also serves a lot of like religious purposes in the city. There's various churches located in there. These are thousands foot tall conical spire structures. They look like big stalagmites.
Mites.
Mites.
Damn it.
No.
Yeah.
No, M, mountain. They're lower. Yes,
Yeah.
stalagmites.
Yeah.
Mites grow up, tights
God.
hang tight from the.
Yeah.
No, it's because
Tights hang
tights,
tight.
tights hang down because they're like T for titty tights. So that's how I remember it
Okay.
now. It's
That's
this
a
how
good
my
one.
it's how my brother reminded me. So
I
Now I
remember
recall.
it just, it's
Was
might
that your wife off in the
strong,
corner?
so they're upwards.
yeah, M from mountain though for stalagmites. It took me a second. I've had a long day and may have had a couple drinks before the stream started. So okay. Botrin heads off to the left to the Spire of the Dreamer. Is everybody following that direction? Anybody going a different way? Okay. So, as you enter the bottom floor of the Spire of the Dreamer, you see Botrin speaking with someone in the corner, and Isadora, you have caught up pretty quickly, and there seems to be an exchange going on. That this person has a whole lot of respect for Botrin immediately, and you see Botrin pull out that strange dagger that they had received back in Busat after defeating Galaxolin. Picked it up off of the body of what was his name, Josh? Guy.
Guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
Pulls
RIP,
off, pulls off the,
RIP.
kind of shows them the dagger, and they ask Botrin basically, and takes them a couple people. Actually, they don't speak common. You see them cast a couple spells to be able to communicate. They get comprehend languages going, and you hear them starting. You can't understand what they're saying, but Botrin's communicating in common, and they're exchanging pretty fluently. Essentially, the conversation goes before everybody else catches up that Botrin is more than welcome to be taken to the Chamber of Dreamwalkers, do what they need to do, but that it's a sacred place and only true Dreamwalkers are allowed entry.
Okay, so Isadora is gonna come up behind Botrin and be like, she's gonna be like, just like standing menacingly, like behind him, just like with her shoulders crossed, just like
Botrin-
looking as best as she can, like a bodyguard.
Sure.
Like his entourage, don't go anywhere without her. Like she's gonna try and be silent and sort of let him speak for them as a whole, and then if there's any question that comes up, she'll obviously answer.
Botrin has no reaction to you standing there. Continues talking to this person, making arrangements. And as the rest of the group is kind of like coming into the chamber, I'll get to you in 1 second, Sarah. Botrin turns to address you. Max, what did you want to add?
Where's Spackle?
Spackle's standing right next to Botrin.
Cool.
As this person is like talking to a few, like the person that Botrin was speaking to talks to a couple other people, and as soon as like that conversation ends, their conversation, Botrin sheaths the dagger, turns to Isadora, and sees the rest of you coming up. And Botrin just grabs Spackle's hand. I need you to watch Sparkle for me, please, for a while.
Yeah, why are you going by yourself?
This is just to Isadora, as the rest of you are like,
Okay.
you're the rest of you coming in now. I can actually describe this space. This is the large bottom chamber. It's kind of a haven of serenity and relaxation. Moving through this space, the walls are draped in billowing curtains of silk in various shades of like deep blue and lavender. The floor is covered with plush carpets. You can see some people reclining. There's like soft, gentle music filling in the air that's illuminated by a soft, flickering light of these star-shaped lanterns. And up centrally in the center, like in the middle of this room, hanging down, is a replica of the dark star of Eterna, this purple star kind of hanging, putting a dim light throughout the room. Yeah, you guys have heard the term Akavina. You see people meditating, just kind of relaxing in the space. A few people get up after they've... Soren, this reminds you of sort of a meditative chamber or a place for ritual before performing complex magical arts. You've heard about it at the academy. Having spent time in Busat, there's a few chambers for this type of thing that, you know, sometimes before you go do really difficult magic stuff, you need to center yourself and prepare and get yourself focused. And this is kind of that space. This is a open, welcoming, greeting area that some people, this is as far as they go. They just come for the meditation and the calm and to like center themselves. There's a couple chambers that you see moving up where there's some religious iconography of this region, but the main staircases that go up and the lifts that take people up along the sides, these people are preparing to go further into the tower to perform rituals. And this is just this kind of greeting and meeting space.
Are there... You said there was religious iconography on the wall of, like, the local... You said there was religious iconography on the
Oh, no,
walls.
sorry, I heard you. I said yes. I apologize.
Sorry. Communication. So, what... Can Max go look at that?
There's one symbol that's interesting to you that's close to the Stella Tenuum.
Okay.
It has moons and a star in it. But it's... Roll an insight check while you do that. And as you roll that insight check, we'll finish with Botram, because Botram leaves pretty quickly.
Yeah, so first question she asks is, why are you acting like you're gonna go alone? Why would you go alone?
You are not prepared to walk the dream as I do.
Only dreamwalkers are allowed. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
If
Okay.
I need you, my friends,
I'm here for your protection.
I
whether or
understand,
not
but
it's
this is not a
necessary.
place that you can protect me in the manner that you do. If I have need for you, preparations will be made, and you will be sent for, and you will join
I'm
me in the
trusting
dream.
you.
I ask that you do
Trusting
because
you.
I am trusting you with Sparkle.
You can trust us with Spackle.
So Max definitely takes off by this point. The rest of you have heard this last bit of conversation, like I'm trusting you with Sparkle.
One last thing. I was visited by Bryndoinheim last night.
Good for you. That's very nice of her to visit you.
Spackle was the one who painted the drawing that Bryndoinheim reached out through.
Bryndoinheim has connections to magic and planes far beyond your understanding. The fact that she leveraged something that Sparkle made is irrelevant. She would have leveraged whatever necessary to reach you. I would
I
not
just
look
felt
too
you
much
should
further
know.
into that. No.
Okay.
He looks back, like they look back down to Spackle for a moment, but no. Sparkle is my companion and my responsibility, but no, it is not a tool of Bryndoinheim. I would not look into it further than that. I need to commune with the dreamer. You'll forgive me.
Take care of yourself.
Please, see you soon. Max, what'd you roll for your insight check?
13.
I mean, shape-wise, iconography-wise, it's it almost seems like this religious group, whatever this icon is, has a concept of the metaphysical nature of the planet. Now that you understand its true shape, there's like this bowl-shaped icon that's kind of a sideways C with a star in the middle and two above it.
Like the Cyorion logo.
Turn on the side, yeah. This is just like years in the making for me to have all this goodies. Sorry, I get to indulge myself a little bit here.
Is there any gods that may be similar to the vibes of Imana or Kutala?
Make a perception check.
I'm so good at these. I am willing into existence that I am good at these. I rolled a natural 2, so it's not gonna be. How about a 4?
Quality. What we like to see from our people that are good perception checkers. Is a
Oh yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Hard to tell, really. I mean, the fact that you realize that this is a place of religious iconography, and there's definitely, like you were told, this is a spire where religions have like their small sects. They do, they have little temples, and they do their worship. Sects. They're sects. Of
They do
religion.
sects.
sects.
TBK is on its way.
It's coming. I feel it.
Just go AFK for a second, give it a fucking drink of apple juice. Twitch.tv.
Yeah.
Sure.
God damn it! Why do I play? Why do I do this to myself?
Question for you.
Yes.
Because you're a masochist.
So we heard the way Botron described their familiar, correct? Okay. I want to know if this is just like your interpretation of it, or if this was like a difference that I would have picked up on. So like insight check or perception check. Or whatever.
Completely a difference you would have picked up on.
Okay.
I feel
Like,
what you're leaning towards.
the
Like
fact
this
that-
is like the fact that he feels responsible for this entity.
Responsible called it, not her. And yeah, there's a couple other things that I'm not forgetting, but yeah,
Definitely,
that's different.
like you call on Astrid, and Astrid has an agreement with you and serves you as a companion, and you provide functions to each other. It's clear that Botron feels some sort
But
of
more than just the connective like relationship that they have, because I know that there's more to it than normal.
yeah, which is
but like the
clearly,
terminology being used differently as well.
Yeah, either Botron's imprinting something on this creature, or Botron believes that they owe some sort of protection to this thing. And it goes as far back as the, very close connection that they've had since the beginning. With the tattoos, the working closely together to imprint spells onto Botron's skin. It becomes much more apparent here when Botron asks you to take care of them. And names it Sparkle and Spackle as well.
Last question. Do I get the sense that this person that Botron was talking to knows them? You said there was like a respectful element for this person talking.
That's gonna require an insight check.
Okay, I'll roll for that. Ooh, God, that went everywhere. 12 plus whatever my insight is, 22.
Oh, yeah. There's a professional respect.
Okay.
This person recognizes Botron as a superior.
Interesting. Okay. Right, that's all.
Okay. The rest of you watch as Botron's taken further into the Spire of the Dreamer. Just letting Botron
What
go.
do we do now? She says that to the rest of you.
They say to wait for them, or just go about our business?
Botron said that they don't require our help, and that we can't help them with whatever it is that they're about to go do in the dreamer place. So I said, I'm here for your protection, whether you think it's necessary or not. Botron was very, very clear. I couldn't if I tried. And that if it is necessary, they will send for us. So as of right now, we are just waiting and taking care of Spackle, who continues to be called Sparkle.
What is your name?
Spackle.
Why the recent change?
I didn't do it. Botron's calling me weird names.
I don't know anything.
So you
about
don't know either.
Botron's never called me Sparkle before.
What if someone else is in control?
Wondered about that.
I'm in control of me. I'm good. I
Not-
like to paint.
Not you. Thanks. I'm glad you're in control.
Bartram, now. They seem different to you.
No, that's Botrin.
The way they've always been.
No, Botrin has new purpose.
Do you know what this purpose is?
No, Botrin is acting with great purpose. Botrin is very driven.
Holds what?
I don't know.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think that's true.
Isadora has no
Uh,
insight. She's gonna be like, all right, you're just along for the ride then, aren't you?
23, 13 plus 10.
Yeah. Spackle really just is seeing Botrin's desire to do something strongly. And it's hard to read a ghost familiar's body language, but
Yeah.
you're pretty sure Spackle's just like, yeah, Botrin's got an idea in their head and they're doing the thing, and I'm here for the ride. Spackle
Botrin's gone,
very
yeah?
much has no idea. Yeah, Botrin went with some female Farrellin and went up a lift.
I'm grabbing my tattoo and throwing it towards Botrin.
Hmm.
Hey, Botrin, what was the first thing that happened when we first met?
Spackle put her head through the door and you shot it.
Thanks. Botrin has their memory.
You see the
Like I
lift
said,
coming back down
like-
too already. It goes pretty quickly, and that female dark elf, Farrellin, the dark elf lady that was helping Botrin, is coming back down the lift alone.
I would like to. Go
Isadora
talk
just
to her.
locks eyes, points, and just starts walking towards her.
Walk with her, just kind of lower the arm. Okay, alright, alright.
Max like jogs to keep up.
Hustling over there.
Yeah.
Did she say
Yeah,
anything
we'll
as I approach?
Well,
won't
she
scare her.
sees you all and doesn't really say anything. Just kind of goes, "Friends, hi.
Yes, we're friends.
You must be
Of Botrin.
yes, the companions of the Dreamweaver's Regent. Yes, we've been expecting them for some time.
The
That was a lot of words.
Dreamweaver's Regent.
Yes,
Companion of the
A word we're
Dreamweaver's
unfamiliar with.
Regent.
you are all friends of Botrin, the Dreamweaver's
We are the
Regent.
companions.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay.
but
They
what
are
does that
Regent.
mean?
we've been told to expect the Regent for some time now.
And the Regent is what exactly? We are uninitiated. on.
The Regent serves the Dreamweaver directly. Sort
that
of
Botrin's-
second in command, if you will.
Ooh.
We've been
Soren, is that Botrin's patron that
Yeah.
they're talking about?
Dreamweaver. Yeah, I think.
the Dreamweaver goes by many
Caritas.
names. Caritas is one of them. Yes,
Yeah.
we've
And what is Botrin doing right now?
we've known Caritas here, Astalnia, for a time.
No. MYRE.
THALNIR.
Oh, NIR. Oh,
T-H what?
Max gets inspiration.
THALNIR.
Talnir.
T-H-A-L.
Kind of like an M.
All right. Yeah, and what is Botrin doing right now?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't. I I am an acolyte. I open the doors and lead along the path. I don't ask questions, and I receive guidance from Thalnir when they provide it.
Izora just kind of she doesn't put her hand on her shoulder. She just very gently, like this is a shoulder, very gently places a hand on her shoulder.
Arm.
Yeah, on the shoulder, and it's just like, thank you for
Yes.
helping our friend get to where he needs to go. If there's anything else that you can tell us, if there's anything else that you hear from him,
The
let us
regent
know
said
and we
that
will be here.
the regent said you may be called for, so I would suggest you don't leave Velacor's Haven.
Not part of the plan. For the
Not
time.
anytime
Okay.
soon.
Yeah, you may be
How did you
needed.
reach out to us?
We have capabilities. If you've done this before, and she begins to cast a spell. She thinks you're stupid.
It's
She's
obvious.
casting
It's
sending.
so obvious. It's so obvious. She's never done this before in her life.
She does a thing. She's running comprehend languages already and like working with like able to speak common with you all, but she casts sending at Isadora, and Isadora, you hear her voice in your mind. I can reach out to
it's
you if it's
that.
necessary.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I know what that is. That's a familiar feeling for sure.
My name is
100%.
Soren. I'm capable of the same. This is Maximilian.
Oh, so you
Companions.
okay? Yes, I did not know the capabilities of the regents, so
Quite
or
all
their
right.
companions. I mean not to insult you. We're very honored to have you.
I'm not insulted.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Bartron has expressed great interest in that little dagger that they carry now. Make of it.
A powerful artifact to be sure, but I have no idea the capabilities of it.
It's not some sort of recognizable artifact for your people here.
We were told that the regent would carry the dagger of that similar design.
Oh,
Alnir has given us those messages before, those visions. We knew that
Well,
the
that
regent.
Botrin was the one that came into possession of it, and not like Max or you. She's talking to Soren.
like it had their name written all over it, so. Anyway, thank you.
You're very welcome. I would suggest that you explore the city most. I mean, for us it's home, but for you, I'm sure that you traveled very far to get here.
Any suggestions of must-see sites?
I mean, the Tower of Illuminated Knowledge is breathtaking. There's a astral observatory at the top of the Dreamer Spire here that I can take you to if you wish to see it. It is open to
Are
the
you
public.
offering to be our tour guide?
No, I work here and I won't be leaving, but the Astral Observatory is part of Spire of the Dreamer. I'd be happy to take you there.
I'm sorry, we didn't
What do you
get your
what
name.
do you guys think? Does that sound good?
I'm Nilarion. Thank you.
Dario.
Nilarion. Nylarion. Nilarion.
Cool.
Put that into the game chat so you've got that as well.
So, are there any folks here that we should like steer clear of? That you think of?
Oh, well, if you're truly not of this land, I would suggest that you do not get yourselves involved with the Ebon Hand. They're a group of doomsday.
We know about the.
We
Oh,
are familiar, unfortunately.
you're from here. Oh,
Yeah.
well, good. Then you know. Yes, yes,
No, no,
No,
we're not
we-
from here.
we
Ebon
just
Hand
know
is on
about
the
them.
other side too. Actually,
the other side of what?
The other side of this world.
Wait. The maw. Like there's another world inside of the maw.
I'm about to blow your mind.
Like the
Not-
creature has
Yeah.
a stomach that is real.
Isadora a little bit.
This is-
No. Not like that.
Jaeger grabs Max, not so gently, gives you a tight squeeze. Might be careful.
We all used to be
This-
one planet, and now we're two.
There's someone we could speak in private, perhaps.
You or you with me.
You
Oh.
with us.
Well, I don't think anybody's in the astral observatory. There's
Perfect.
usually one or
That's
two
one
folks
stone.
up there.
Isadora in
that
a
phrase
very
already.
like obvious, just like not think she's discreet, but not, and it's just like. John, come back in.
Do you have something in your eye, dear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just
It's the
allergies.
truth.
Isn't that just the way of fate? You have one good eye left, and you still find a way to get things stuck in it.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard some
Yeah. That's...
Dude,
crass metaphors like that here, you know. Jump into a barrel of tits and still grab a dick, things like that.
I like you so much more now.
We have a friend that you will love.
Oh, she's gonna love. Oh, she's gonna love her.
Does anyone notice Isadora's like reaction to having one good eye left? Because Sarah noticed, but I don't know if Max would.
Insight check, and then you can do a
That's-
performance or a deception, Isadora, if you're trying to hide it.
She
Hide
doesn't
the
feel
fact
like
that she's got a
she's not
a
aware
patch?
of the fact. She's not aware of the fact that Max is inquiring about this.
Okay, then since you're not trying to hide it, why don't you tell Max what she sees if she said one good eye
Dirty
left.
20.
Oh.
Okay.
You can tell her as much
Um,
as she picks up on that for body language and like she said you heard one good eye left and you had some sort of reaction. What does she pick up?
Yeah. So Soren says that, and Isadora's like, yeah, and then she has like a moment where like all of a sudden like a thought occurs to her, and she's like,
She's like,
yeah, she's like,
wait,
yeah,
wait, do I still have it?
yeah.
Is
You have a patch?
is everything
I do.
all
I had-
right?
I had a thing for
Isadora, you seem a little like off put / surprised at something.
Yeah, honestly, there's just so much since we got here. I've not been feeling quite myself the whole time. You know, I don't know about you guys, but this is
Now
very,
is-
very far from
Are
what
you
I know.
lying to me, Isadora? Do
Now
you
is not the
trust
time
me?
to lose focus. Keep your eye on the ball.
You can't break Maddie alive. She totally breaks. So yeah, excuse me. Nalarian will take you guys to the lift and lead you up to the Astral Observatory. Take you to the top of the tower, the Spire of the Dreamer. The topmost floor here, the elevator basically opens up to a breathtaking chamber with an expansive glass dome that offers a panoramic view of not just the city below, but the cosmos above. Enchanting nebula, distant stars, and galaxies twinkle in a celestial dance. The room's illuminated by the soft, soothing glow of the starlight and the purple light from Agavina. You see a couple people here in the large domed top room with plenty of room for a private conversation, but they stargaze and meditate and connect with the celestial realm. It's a place where the boundaries between the material and the ethereal realms blur. Galarian instructs you about this place, just basically gives you the tour guide version until the other two people in this room are clearly uninterested, and kind of leads you over to a place where you all can sit, and she starts discussing some of the stars and constellations in their sky above you. And she peters off a bit and asks if there's any questions that you all had, and you can see that the other two people are now deep back in their meditation after being disturbed from your entrance.
Isidore is gonna send him a one-eyed, like wide-eyed, like
Going to very quietly cast minor illusion, and produce what at first like as if I'm holding a bowl inside facing her, like the world as you know it. Yes.
Yeah. We've,
Oh. Twist it. Go the other side. Where we're from.
oh. So there are
Wheel around.
things. The Hoyason gives us a breathtaking view of all of Eterna from that vantage point. We've seen the great ice shelves before and thought that they'd be almost impossible to explore. We've heard of some people trading with giants that live on those places, but not thought to venture beyond it. We have plenty of problems here. What brings you all to this place?
Your problems here have become our problems over there as well.
What problems would those be?
The Ebon Hand, Scourge of Undeath.
hey, Soren. Max.
Yeah.
That little trinket, that little
Oh yeah.
doohickey. Could you do us
Hey,
solid?
hey, Nilarium, can we hug?
Strange, I just met you, but sure.
I give her a hug and press the necklace against her as we hug.
Yeah, she gives you a hug. She's definitely full Farrellin. No weird stuff going on here, and she
Horrible.
finishes the hug and is kind of like, that was awkward even for a hug. I'm strange people. Usually our hugs are warm and
She's a hugger, you know. She
not,
loves
not
hugs.
really. She's a fairly terrible hugger.
She doesn't have to be good at something to enjoy it.
I'm
Do
not
not
bad.
listen to them,
How
Max.
do
You
you-
are a great hugger.
How do you get better
Yeah.
at hugging?
Well, you don't feel
It's like
you-
this, and she just goes and squeezes Max, and it's just like bear hug, and then puts her
See,
down. See,
now-
that was warm.
That's a
you know?
nice hug. See, you felt like you were preparing to stab me in the back if you had to. It was quite disconcerting.
There's more truth to that than you understand, but
It's
yes.
just not far off. Yeah.
It's
Her
not
necklace.
person. Yeah, okay, here. And I hold
Oh.
up the necklace.
So you're with the
You know what that
Solitanium.
is?
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. It's like an heirloom. I'm a
I didn't get that
legacy.
part out.
I'm a
I
legacy.
insight check the whole thing about Stellatinium.
Yeah. She calls you, she says, oh, you're with the Solitanium, the children of Agavina.
The
a 9.
children of Agavina.
Yes.
We have not heard that phrase before, have we?
Nope.
No.
Mhm.
They
Is it?
stand. I mean, did not know that the conflict had spread as far as to your world, but if it's the same there as it is here, then you try to stop the abductions and keep these fanatics from destroying lives and families and
Oh dear.
dealing with void dragons. That's terrible as well. And we've had a couple outposts destroyed from what the town criers say.
Mm.
The Stellatinium have done that?
Have dealt
No.
with it, pushed against the tide of the
Yeah, okay.
the Ebon Hand.
Sorry to say we're not here to slay void dragons. That's a bit out of our purview, but
I would
It'd
not
be fun to
expect
ride one
so.
of
Ancient evil rot gods.
I'll take one down. Why not?
Ancient evil rot gods. That's new.
I don't think she's a god, but she's like the reason that
Tender.
the undead are like killing people.
Are appearing at all.
you seem confused. Have you not witnessed strange recurrences of undeath
Not
over here?
here. We've heard stories on the frontiers.
Yeah, we're not
Frontiers.
talking about the Calche. We're talking about
Right.
like angry,
Like zombies.
aggressive undead. that are
No,
causing
I
problems.
understand what you're saying. There's
Oh,
frontier towns in the wilderness and outposts. We have quite a few major cities. And then there's stories from the outposts from the front where we are slowly trying to expand. There's forces here in Eterna that drive us back. Strange creatures that live here. We struggle every day to hold on to what borders we have.
Question: where's this frontiers? Like, where are these frontier towns in the wilderness? What's wild? Where's the wild
This is the
direction?
This is the furthest major city from the capital.
Oh, okay.
When you
So it's not all. Is it the closer you get towards the walls, the more wild, or because it's all just around a big?
you've
Well-
just come in from the ocean, yes.
I think so.
Not really.
She stands you all up and takes you over to one side of the glass. The best way to tell direction here is she points out a star in one direction to you that sits kind of above the cusp of the large bowl shape of that ice, and you can see it shining fairly brightly in the sky. There's a constellation. So give me 1 second, I gotta pull that up. Anyway, there's a constellation on the other side that this is a part of, but it's the tail end of a constellation on the other side. We'll do history or arcana checks from everybody as this is explained to you. But she points out a star that you can just see the tail end of the constellation. So depending on what you roll, you may know what this constellation is.
15.
27.
15, 27, anybody else?
25.
I got an 18 on my history check.
27, 25. Doran, anything?
That is a 13 on my history check.
Jaeger and Soren, you recognize it as a 6-star constellation, Antilicap, which is roughly in the shape of a robe, but it's most prominent in your southern sky in Cyorion. So south of Lomindor. Shows up a lot high and shows up in because it's also the name of a rank in the Kizarbexis Luminary Academy.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Antilicap is one of the names of their ranks. But in ancient societies, the constellation was seen as a representation of the god of night, and it bears the sign of wealth. And people who are born under it are supposed to be trustworthy in astrology terms. But this is the southern tip of the robe of Antilicap, and you can see now, since it's the winter month, you can see a good portion of that constellation here based on the wobble of the planet. So you can see that she points out the star to you. That is our northmost star. That is how we orient ourselves. So from there, and she points kind of northeast down, you're kind of looking at the back of the city now. So looking to the southwest, you could see down into the city. There was a large city sprawled out by the bay when you kind of came up the tower and were able to look at it. When she points out here, you're looking down a massive cliff face, and you can see that these 3 spires are attached to the cliff, and they go down as well. So the 3 spires are the back of the city coming from the port side, and then they lead down further below, and you can see there's another city down below on the very backside, like kind of leaning out and looking. You can barely see it to the northeast, but you can see further in the distance there's a whole bunch of lights. It must be just a small beacon out in the distance. And remember, there's no like horizon like you're used to in Cyorion, where you're looking out into the distance and the planet curves. Here it's bowl shaped, so you can see far in the distance a city.
Dope.
It's very disorienting.
Very disorienting. A city that had a name because it was where it's the first time you guys have heard of it since a What You Don't Hear or What You Don't See, when Max's sister was talking to somebody in the throne room. I gotta go back through notes. But anyways, when I find that city name, I will make sure to say it again because I don't want to give you a wrong city. It's just at the capital city there, and along the cliffside is fairly safe. There's a few rivers and some major cities there. Pressing up against the maw, and this is the first time you guys can see it in all of its majesty. A hundreds of thousands of mile wide reflected whirling pool of water. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Yahoo!
I'm not good at those.
14.
I'm so bad at these.
Ooh, 11.
Oh, I was so close to a nat 20. I got a 3.
We've got a 10.
Show of hands if you did not beat a 16.
If you didn't beat a 16.
Everybody. Nobody beat a 16.
No,
You are frightened of the maw for the next 24 hours, for the next day. If you can see the maw, you have disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. It is
Bad vibes.
a
Are we allowed to
truly
just like
horrific
turn away
experience.
from it? And
Yes, you
and
are.
not
As
see
long
it?
as you
Okay.
don't look at it. If it's in your line of sight, though, and you're doing something, disadvantage automatically. It is truly horrifying. This is Mother Nature on a scale far beyond the comprehension you previously had. Like, you could see why people see this as a god. It is terrifying. And even from this distance, you can just feel the immense power being generated within that giant whirl of water.
That is one massive natural disaster. Oh my god.
Disaster. The maw takes things away that it serves a purpose. I mean, you can't really take a boat out there, and I would not recommend that you do, but that is the thing which the Ebon Hand casts people into.
Throw
Standing
them from the Hoyasan, don't they?
thousands of miles down, a truly horrific experience.
You wouldn't even survive that long. You just drowned before you ever got there.
We've
We're lucky.
not known
If you're
anybody to
lucky.
survive. No one has come back from an experience with the maw.
One person who survived.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah. They come out on the other
Children's
end.
stories. No, that's not.
Who?
That's impossible.
No, we
So the frontier, and she immediately redirects the conversation. She, on a basic Farrellin, like in her soul level of understanding, absolutely doesn't believe you. Just
Pin in it. We're gonna put a pin in that real quick. And then she turns directly to Max and Soren and is like, I can't just ignore that you just said someone survived that.
the mom of one of my close friends.
I am so sorry. I'm activating a map inside of Foundry for you guys so you guys could look, because I totally forgot that you guys have been sitting on the wrong map forever. So
Oh, cool.
you guys
okay, so
are
there is
here.
ocean that we came down from
Yep.
the wall.
Yep, you guys came down
Okay.
ocean from the wall. So the city that they're pointing out there is more city below you, right here.
Ooh.
The large city that she's pointing out in the distance is at the base of the mountains. And then she
Okay.
basically kind of like guides you along this walk. And we'll switch really quick just so our friend. Nope, they can't see because I don't have it set up properly. Boo.
Next time.
We'll just do.
It's real pretty. Just
It's
trust
very
us.
pretty.
Very
Or
pretty.
join the Discord, check out the art channel. It's in there. I remember it from the reveal day. It's fucking awesome.
It's very Lisa Frank if she was drawing
Oh.
the post-apocalypse.
I'm just gonna stream this really quick and share kind of what we're looking at. So
And took
Midnight
a lot
Parliament.
of hallucinogenics.
Midnight Parliament is right here. The city that she pointed out to you in the distance is right at the base of these mountains. That is the capital, as she explains it, of her peoples. And then these kind of weird squiggly looking lines here are actually cliffs. Those are what the back of these spires drop down. So at the base of this city here, nestled on the cliffs, and kind of bunched up right against the water, there's a city that spans up to the spires, which are, the city's a couple miles long in terms of like the direction from the spires to the water. And then on the back of the spires, it drops straight down. and there's a bustling city below you guys here. And you can see lights, and it's a couple miles below you, but it's lit, and you can see flickering and motion, so you know that there are definitely people there. And then she kind of explains that, and I will use some line drawing here to kind of give you a good example of what we're looking at. She shows that, why is that not doing bright lines of color? Lines. Color, please. There we go. But basically, this is the frontier, and they kind of own this section. So directly east towards the Maw, and you can see the river very thinly in the distance. The rivers that come off of this bay fall into the land beneath, and there's lakes and rivers that go down to the Maw, and it drains into the Maw. But that river system in south does not belong to the people of Eterna. And along the cliffs to the north up to the mountain range does not, that is the segment that they are populated in. And there's 4 major cities and a bunch of smaller cities within there. But the people near the cliffs and the people southwest of the main capital are generally at risk, and also the people along the river to the south are at risk. They have said that the most dangerous part of the frontier is here to the west of the capital, and there's a large wall that is built from the cliffs to the mountains to try to keep out whatever's over there.
Do we get the sense that they know what's over there, or is it just, it's bad shit, don't go there?
She confirms basically through the, these are campfire stories we've known for, since I was a child, 120 years ago, that the dead walk from those places and their cursed lands. And
Perfect.
they think that, at this point they've held them off long enough that they think they're just children's stories. It's not as frequent, but it was enough that they built an entire wall to keep it out.
Well, that can assure you
so-
they're coming over to our side.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry if we've had any part of that, but
No.
No.
just stories as far as we know. I mean, it would be tough for you to gain an audience with the king and the proper
have an
leadership of
invite.
the Stella Tenuum. Do you?
Yeah.
How so?
I know someone in the Stella Tenuum who works in the King's Court, and she said to come on over. More or less, in about 25 or fewer words.
I would encourage you to trust that only if you enter into the King's Court with a gift.
Okay, what sort of gift?
Like a long lost sister or something.
Possibly a leader of the cell of the Ebon Hand that operates in this city.
So
There's
they
enough-
are
Oh.
alive.
We can do
Hey,
that.
I'm really
I'd
good
prefer
at
alive, but generally if you walk into court with a changeling and usually they just hold the necklace out, they don't hug each other. But if you pass the litmus test and walk in with an enemy of the state, be more than kind to you. But if I were to believe my instinct here, it's a paranoid king and his leadership that are inviting you to the seat of power to be killed upon entry. Likely because they don't trust that you're who you say you are.
We've gotten very good at dealing with paranoia.
Good.
Glances at
I'm really good
Jaeger.
at capture and
You
reconnaissance.
see Jaeger.
Kind of pat him on the back.
Jaeger's just stretching.
So it sounds like we're gonna have to find a member of the Ebon Hand, whoop his ass, and bring him or her or them to the.
Well, we did have
king.
one.
but
There's
not
a
a
cell.
leader, just a scout.
So there's a cell in the city. Is this something that you are aware of, or is it just a fact that is known they are everywhere?
They're everywhere.
Right.
So why don't we do something to get their attention?
Oh, you have by simply appearing here. I'm sure that you got their attention.
Yep, killed one already. That's why I
Well
asked
on your
if
way
he's
to making a
alive.
name for yourself.
Max smiles sweetly.
Who has the gloves? Did I take them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shot his hands
I-
off.
I thought
the
I
gloves
took one
first.
off. But
You took
I
a glove and then shot his hands off.
Yeah, so I have a glove.
Yes.
Okay.
But,
Oh yeah, we
go.
didn't identify that, did we?
but what that
Because you
at
didn't
that
tell me you
point,
had it.
we'll take a break because we got about an hour and a half left. I'm gonna make sure to give these guys a break. We'll be back in like 5 or 10 minutes, folks. Thanks for sticking around with us. And we're back, everybody. Welcome back. Hey, Monster Pex, thanks for gifting a sub to Pan Me. We appreciate you. Do the love heart thingy, because whenever I do it looks like a gang sign because I do it backwards and stuff. There it is.
I do it the millennial way.
We love that. We love that for us. But yeah. Player characters trying to hurt my feelings while we're offline, asking me if I'm going back on my rulings. Listen, you have a book full of notes, Sarah. I have a fridge full of alcohol, is how I run my games, so one of them wins out in long-term memory, and I tell you, it's not my way, okay?
Just saying.
Just say, that's why we're switching to Pathfinder, because everything's in the rules, and I don't have to worry about the shit that I make up on the fly. So, continuing on conversation upstairs with Miss Nalarian, if you guys have anything else to ask her after you got to see all the horrible maw terrors in the distance.
He was telling us about how the Ebon Hand operates pretty much everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I did have a question to know if she had any insight in terms of like local troubles that they've had, like people going missing, because we know their thing is disappearances and kidnapping and stuff like that. If anybody has suddenly turned up missing.
Not here. Generally, it's coming or going from the town. They don't.
They get you in transit.
They don't strike out in the city. The city's pretty well defended. I mean, you recall there's a fairly good guard presence here, and people were operating and trading happily. Most people operate on some sort of 24-hour clock, and like not actually, the entire city doesn't like go to sleep at the same time. The Hoyasin kind of blocks a bit of the light, but it's dim light enough down here that people work around the clock. These are cities that truly never sleep.
Do you know of any shops that travelers like us, magic, ration supplies, things of that sort? Curios.
We have a few of them. There's some general shops in town, yes. I mean, it's not a... Oh, yes, the Spire of Limited Knowledge is a great place. There's a few shops around there. There's, also the Bazaar has some things available.
All right, good to know. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Max is going to take Nalarium by the shoulders and sort of pull her down so that we are eye level.
She stoops down.
And Max is going to say, Nalarium, you need to believe me. People have survived going through the maw. The Ebon Hand are not as powerful as they like to think they are. The maw is just a vortex of water. It's nothing, and neither is the Ebon Hand. So I need you to know that people have survived that travel. Can I try to persuade her to believe me?
Sure.
Isidora's gonna be behind her for moral support, just yeah, boss. Just yeah, just give her a bit.
Oh my god, Benjamin, you will not believe what I just rolled.
I think you will.
Oh. Did she get advantage?
No.
I had a natural 20.
Oh, boy.
Don't die.
So
She's dying.
a
Mom, help.
35.
Oh my god.
Unless she happens to have any draconic in her. In which case it'll be a 39.
Distant grandparent, perhaps, maybe?
You are trying to convince forgive me for being crass, a Westboro Baptist church member that, you know, God does not in fact hate homosexual people.
Yes, I am.
That's what the level of what you're trying to do is. This is something she has believed and been ingrained since birth. So because of the natural 20, because it's not Pathfinder and you don't get an automatic increase to your level, whether it's a failure up to a success, I'm going to ask you just to make an emphasis roll.
Okay.
2d20s. I will give you the opportunity to convince this woman based on an emphasis roll. Because you are changing a core belief. You are attacking a core memory for her. Like something she's built her life on.
18 and a 7. I believe the 18 takes the
18 takes the cake.
This is my new favorite die.
This is her canon event.
No, I think her canon event was when she talked the angry dragon into not slaughtering us.
Yep.
Mid charge.
This woman undergoes a series of serious inner reflection that results in her pulling away from what you said and slumping to the ground deep in thought.
Isadora just gonna kind of like rub her back. Yeah, you got this.
She has zero response to you.
Good going, Maximil. I think you broke her.
You've literally shattered this woman's worldview, so congratulations.
Cool. That wasn't quite what I was going for, but
I feel like we're responsible. I feel like
You
we're
just
responsible.
broke
for this.
her.
Just casually mind breaking the NPC.
that wasn't my intention. But
You
it's
see
what
her
happened.
like mouthing things to herself and like she's going over teachings in her mind and like trying to make sense of the building blocks of the core of her entire belief system in her life and like trying to the basis of what she's built her life on, working for the dreamer, you know, becoming an acolyte here, and like how all the pieces fit together in Eterna and how it's this beautiful functioning machine that some bitch from the other side of the world just walked in and threw sand into the gears of.
Most of what you know is truth.
You're talking
Evan
to a brick
Hand
wall now. She's in
ain't
her
the
own
truth.
world, staring at the floor, just like they go over there. Then is everybody alive? What if they? I mean, we thought that are they trying to survive on the other side of the fucking planet?
I'm gonna cast sending and beam it directly into her head. Gets easier, but you're going through a lot right now. Breathe. Have questions? We're here. Find us in town.
Go ahead and give her a wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
Yeah, she does. Oh my god, that was a natural 20.
Yeah, go girl.
She
I don't
kind
know
of
if that's
like
good or bad.
she snaps out of it, shakes her head for a minute. Are there any more questions, or can I?
We'll be going. Don't
Yes,
worry.
I would
should
like
take a
you to
rest.
leave,
I
please.
think
Thank you.
You have earned a rest for sure.
I've earned a drink for sure.
As we're leaving, I just want to pass by and whisper to her, just because it's old bullshit doesn't mean that can't mean something for you. I'll just tap her once and keep walking.
Isadora's gonna follow behind him and be like, "I can get you that drink," and then winks and then keeps going.
With an eye patch on.
did you blink or did you wink?
You'll never know.
She's always winking at everybody. It's so weird.
She takes
Max-
you back to the
normally.
lift to get you guys down, and we're rolling a d6 to see who. Isadora, as you guys are like talking, she leads everybody into the lift, and she totally hits whatever mechanism before Isadora's on the lift, and the door shuts, and Isadora's trapped on the top floor. She's completely distracted right now.
Max is going
She just kind of
to
goes, hits the thing down, like you guys are going down.
make a little flower using a little
Wait,
illusion and hand it to her.
She doesn't take it.
She puts it in her hair.
She
and says, I didn't
actively ignores whatever you say and do right now.
I didn't mean to make you upset. I just wanted to try to help because I know that the Ebon Hand does some mean things.
Here's the
over
bottom
here.
floor, thank you. And she like pushes you off the elevator, Max.
I'm
I just
sorry.
want to like be on the elevator a little bit behind her if she's totally zoned out because I realize we're fucking left someone here.
Yeah, Izuru's just standing there motionless, staring at the door, just like she's not even doing anything. She's completely still, like just absorbing what just happened.
This is the equivalent of like someone going up to Sarah and being like, "Hey, you know physics? It's all bullshit."
Someone could do that and I'd believe them.
Physics people of all people would be like, yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's true. Come to think about it.
This is the
Yes.
Bad
equivalent.
analogy.
No, this is the analogy would be someone going up to Sarah and saying, "Hey, astrology is the real truth, and that's what runs the entire universe."
It'd be hit for us.
Sarah would be like
Sure.
the world could
Sarah
be
would kill
better.
somebody.
You don't know your
Yeah.
sun, your moon, and your rising. You are worthless.
But no, she like Maximilian's trying to talk to her, and she's just like, "No, I'm done. Thank you. Good. Here you go. Goodbye." And she looks back to Soren. This is the stop. Thank you.
We forgot one. Top floor.
Oh, God damn it! And she boop
All right.
hits the little button, and she and Soren head back upstairs.
I'm just gonna grab Max's wrist and just pull her along a little bit. And
That wasn't my intended effect, and I'm sorry.
nope, I'm not. I just want to say that people are fragile, and we're in a world now that we don't know much about either. But just imagine what it would feel like on the other end.
We've witnessed it. We've
We're
seen
stronger-willed people. Doesn't make us the.
I just thought that it was good for us to try and spread knowledge, to try and spread truth, not whatever the Ebon Hand is like lying to people about and telling them that, you know, the Maw is a beast. I mean, she thought that at the beginning. She was like, oh my goodness, is it really a beast? And I thought, no, it's not. And so maybe we should try to help her believe that it's not.
Do you want her to go jump into that mall?
No,
Isn't it dangerous?
it is, but it's not.
There's a side to that. That yes, the truth needs to be told. But we're just 1 and 2 people. Very, very distant outsiders to this place. And every interaction that we have with them is going to be that difficult to persuade them against. The only way that I see that working is if you have a mass of people saying the same thing. Which can only happen is if maybe we breach whatever's going on here and open up the side to the other world. Open some eyes. But turning one person into a believer doesn't necessarily make it good. Now that poor woman has to go relive everything she's ever thought was real and question her entire reality. So spread your truth, absolutely, but just maybe do it in lighter ways. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I guess I thought that because I think we're a little used to having our worlds shattered again and again.
We're a different breed at this point. I'd say we're the only handful of people and creatures on this entire planet who has seen both sides. Put that into perspective for a little bit. Good job, though. It is true. She needed to hear it.
Soren, as you're heading back up this enchanted lift, she leans over to you a little bit as if something like kind of clicks in her head, and Malarian says, the Abyssal Apothecary's nice.
What do you like about it?
Well, you'll find it over on the council spire, the central one. It's on the back, like on the right side of it, next to.
But what do you like about it?
Vale is neat. Ayala's got fun friends.
Good to know.
That's right near the top floor, and the door kind of opens up, bing, and Isadora is standing there still right next to the door as it opens back.
Hi. Come on in.
I was wondering when you notice. She
did.
steps in and just stands, just like sandwiching Nalarion between Soren and herself, just shoulder to shoulder.
Does
We
she
going
look
down?
like she's still zoning out?
She's kind of got things put together. But she's like, she just kind of hits the thing and this thinking more.
Okay.
Yeah, Ayala's nice. Tincture's cute and just so sweet. They have all sorts of stuff there. But I suggest you see them. But if that's not, if you're looking for interesting stuff, Snick at the bottom runs the Kobold's cache. But you need to travel. Snick runs Kobold's cache at the bottom of the spires. Or you could see Durek. He runs Stoneforge Provisions. Deep Gnome. Little stingy with his negotiations, but runs a good shop. You should see Viola. Yeah, Viola's nice. And she stays in silence the rest of the way down the lift.
I have a quick question for Nate,
Yeah, what's up?
if you'll allow me. In Soren's Arcanum, was there any type of picture of Cyorion, of Busat in the establishment hanging on a wall?
Definitely would have a map of the city on the base floor.
Any type of like photograph that was like a painting or anything that
Definitely keeps a painting of the family, but that would be up on the second level.
would it have like a background picture of scenery or anything like that? Just to get an idea of like what Cyorion would look like by chance.
I don't imagine there's a lot of beautiful scenery, like scenic views.
Well, like
So-
so like a Bob Ross picture of a cabin in the woods type of thing is what I'm envisioning, of just like there's a spattering of green that's never seen here, like something like that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, and then Ben, if you'll allow me, I took everything off of the walls,
Yeah,
like almost everything.
sure. There's like
So
Soren's Arcanery's first silver piece that they earned that you probably ripped off the wall and is in a pouch somewhere
It's-
now.
it's in my bag of holding because I just took. It was a fury of taking of everything.
There's a note from another like noted wizard that was happy that Soren was taking on students and always had encouraged him to come teach, but was glad that he was taking on students. That's crumbled up at the bottom of a bag of holding somewhere now.
Okay.
Damn it.
So I'll reach into the bag of holding and grab the little photo, like Bob Rossi, if it will be, of just a picture of cabin in the woods that was depicted somewhere in Cyorion or whatever.
Sure.
Some cheesy, just
Motel
nice
art,
little art.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Very much not
and-
somewhere we've actually been.
Yeah, nothing real, but
Yeah.
somewhat of a depiction of
Cyorion
that.
motel art. You got it.
Exactly. So when they come down, I want to approach her and kind of hold the picture frame out. Excuse me. I know
Yeah.
this is a lot. I know we've said a lot. She didn't mean any harm, and I want to give you a gift. Whatever you do with it is up to you. You can pawn it. You can do whatever. But I want to give you this, and I'll hand over the picture. This is
That's my family. Why do you have a painting of my family?
It came from your wall. Please let her have it. I'll paint you a new one. I know a great artist. We'll get it done.
Do you want a painting of my family?
Let me explain a little bit. before you answer that question, it's not just the family. It's our side. The trees, the grass, the things that we see, these are all real. And I want you to have it to understand what you could look at on our side of the world versus here, and know that there's good outside of what we're currently in. And good here. I'm not saying it's not good here, but there's a different view somewhere else. And I think that's all Max was trying to say.
Colors are so bright, and does it not burn your eyes?
It burns your skin too.
It's our own side of beauty. 'Cause I see home, I see love and a family and nature, living.
You've given me plenty to think about, and I was just here to answer the fucking doors. I'm going to go now. So
Understandable. Thank you for your hospitality, and thank you
she
again.
kind of takes off this outer robe that she's been wearing that's basically the uniform here as she's working. Just kind of throws it behind the desk and walks out the front door.
Yeah, Soren, in a desperate attempt to take everything down, I guess I should have told you, I literally took everything off of your walls in Arcanum, and it's in my backpack. Everything. All my work, all your work. There's some coin in there. I don't know. You sold some stuff. It's your property. I'll give it back to you, but I'm holding it in my bag, and your walls are a little bit bare.
You had inherited like a scroll that had a blade singing lesson on it in original Elvish that was gorgeous and displayed. You're suddenly realizing that's probably crumpled up with a bunch of papers inside of a bag now.
I would like to have all those back tonight.
You got it. I mean, they're fine in my bag. They're not doing anything in there. I'm not an animal. I didn't just like take everything and just crumple it in. I'm an organized individual, but I did do it quite quickly. So
Yeah, all right, fair, fine. There's a few things I need out. Then
Isadora was just like watching Nalarian like walk off and was just like thinking to herself, and then like it's like she's really slow to the whole thing, but she's like, Jaeger, I didn't know you had such a soft, sweet side to you. That was so cute what you just did there. Giving her that little picture, giving away Soren's family picture like that. That was so sweet.
I will shoot you.
There's that loving Jaeger charm that we all know and love.
There's two sides to every coin.
She's just zoning out again in her own world, just kind of like looking around, looking at stuff.
All right, what would you guys like to do? You have a little bit of free time now.
Shopping, and Max would like to ask Jaeger a question.
Sure.
I think closest one would be Kobold's Cache, so I guess head there and they can.
Kobold's Cache is 2 miles down the spire, like it's on the back lift down the cliffs.
Okay, never mind. Whatever the closest one is, I don't know where that is.
The Abyssal Apothecary?
This apothecary was closer with Viola.
That's Viola's.
Viola.
So you had a question before
Yeah.
everybody left?
So, I don't know what you're gonna respond to this because I keep trying to do things and messing up at what I'm trying to do. But do you want me to try to contact your daughter?
I think about it almost every night. I don't think I can handle not hearing a response. And I don't know what I'll do if I do hear a response.
Do you think it's better to know or to not know?
That's a tough one. Might need some more time on it, but... Oh, I don't think I'm ready for it.
Okay.
Also,
Let me know when you are.
yeah, thanks. Other side of that, you keep doing what you're doing. There's no better way to learn than to fail. And besides, what have you actually failed on?
Well, I accidentally broke our tour guide. I've convinced my sister that I'm a changeling. I could keep going back. This was just over the past couple of days.
Successfully persuaded someone to rethink their world isn't a failure, although they did break. That's a different kind of side effect, not necessarily failure. And then who knows what your sister thinks? At least she knows you're alive and has a sister.
Or she thinks that someone's parading around in her sister's face.
Tell the Tenyom no. Maybe they just don't trust you yet. But that shouldn't stop you from being you.
Thanks.
That's the only failure that you could do. Go and get yourself killed. Then there's a couple things that failed, but try and not do that one, and I think you're pretty good.
I'll give it my best. Don't you go anywhere either.
Don't have a plan to. I'll just look up at the Hoyasin. Not yet.
All right. Where's everybody heading off to?
Hey, Soren, I think it'd be a good idea that I accompany you wherever you're going, and we can get a little bit more of that practice in.
I was under the impression we're going everywhere together.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
Hmm.
I just pulled Jaeger back to have that conversation.
So you guys head outside of the Spire, the Dreamer, making your way over to the Council Spire, where you do spot brain. Oh my god.
Patron?
Maribel. Holy crap. I was just like sitting
Go through all the NPC names.
I know, like the Rolodex just went flying through my mind.
Yeah.
Starts with an A, a B, a C. Let's go. Count.
Maribel's sitting there, kind of idly throwing stones into the fountain as you're heading towards the Abyssal Apothecary. Hanging out, just kind of on the fountain, sees y'all. Well, hey y'all! I found a spot. We got us bought out most of the rooms of a place called the Glimmer Glass Grotto. Charming little spot, but you know, the spot's run by a deep gnome who's happened to speak gnomish, and I speak gnomish, so we were able to work out a deal.
Lovely.
But whenever y'all want to come over there, me and Rodden are hanging out there. I left Rodden dealing with these all folks' version of a dwarf. You know, he looks like he's rode around in the soot for a while, but he's got this dark purple skin, and he's about as stout as a dwarf. Got a big old beard too. But left Rodden to deal with him, and I think he's been doing shot for shot with him, and it's not going too well. Rodden's pretty fucked up.
Oh no.
Max is
Alright,
just
is
gonna
Rodden-
hold her necklace
Rodden
out,
touched on
test
that?
it, put it back on.
Yeah, she like swats it. Like, the hell y'all doing? Trying to bop me with your necklace?
Does she not know why we do that? She's seen us do that before.
She does, but took her a second, and she go, "Oh yeah, all right. You can just ask me. Shoot, I'll just grab it. I don't give a shit." Yeah, jeez, trying to be all sneaky and coy.
I wasn't. I was holding it out. Just sorry. I'll ask next time.
Trying to slip a $2 wooden nickel past a $5 whore. I mean, you can't fucking trick me like that.
There we go. Catchphrases coming
We
through.
we heard the most amazing phrase today.
Yeah.
You would love it. What was it? It was
Oh.
it's like going through a barrel of tits and still finding a dick.
Oh shit! I heard something like that. I had a fellow once tell me if it was raining pussy, I'd still get hit in the face by a dick.
Nice to know the language still carries over on me.
Yeah, it works. I like it. These folks are smart. I like them.
Speaking of, what are you ready for, Mirabelle? Now that you've been sitting your pretty ass down in this spot for way too long.
Just waiting for y'all. So now I'm gonna go back and get me a drink. They had some interesting smelling food there. I could smell the spices. It was exciting.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna go check.
That.
I'm gonna go check out the rooms. Y'all find yourselves welcome here? Just all right?
Sure.
We may have accidentally already given one of the locals an existential crisis, but otherwise it's fine.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the Midnight Parliament if you didn't fuck everybody up you ran into.
Love that that's our reputation.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, sweetheart. Can't put lipstick on a pig and call it cute.
We're cute.
No, ma'am. No, you can't.
Don't want to be a pig.
We're very cute.
Well, y'all go do what you gotta do. I'll be waiting at the Glimmerglass Grotto for you. And I'll see y'all later. Good to run into you. Have fun. Go get them, kids.
Be careful.
She heads on back over to the... She does give you basic directions how to get there. It's basically a little bit west of where you're at, outside of the spires, and kind of in the more of the town proper.
Did Mirabelle ever tell us how old she is?
Nope.
Didn't
She
she?
alluded to the fact that she is old as fuck, but we don't know exactly how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's only been
try.
like, I'm old as fuck, and that's about it.
I'm gonna make it my mission tonight to get some drinks in with her and ask more questions after we're done with all this.
All right. So you guys all head into the Abyssal Apothecary then?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excited, folks. I can tell. So you make your way through town. People still giving you the eye wherever you go. They're interested. You're outsiders. You definitely look different than everybody else here. However, you come to a spot that as you get closer to the door, there seems to be an enchantment on the sign. You're walking through, you see these signs in different languages. You don't quite understand, but a couple of them seem to be enchanted to help out and have comprehend languages built into them. So as you get closer, the sign translates as you come in range of whatever the spell is, and it makes it readable for you. And you see this one called the Abyssal Apothecary, tucked in, to the heart of Valicor's Haven, inside of the council spire, just on the lower level there. Heading in, the shop's interior is shrouded in this aura of the mystique. It's dimly lit alcoves and shelves adorned with countless glass bottles, vials, exotic ingredients, and the air is thick with the scent of herbs, alchemical mixtures, and various ingredients. Creates this atmosphere that just kind of tingles with the excitement of arcane secrets. You hear soft, haunting melodies playing in the background as if the very air hums with eldritch power. And in the shop centerpiece is a large obsidian counter, and you can see on there just a multitude of intriguing looking concoctions and mysterious vials. Behind the counter, you can see what must be Viella, a drow female alchemist. She's got a single monocle on as she's working with long gloves that appear to be some sort of enchanted gloves. They're white in color, not black. So no concerns there. I know I need to clarify.
That was gonna be my next question.
But these white gloves, and you can see that anything she gets splashed on them is immediately like sloughed off, so that doesn't hurt her. And she's working, and she hears the door go off, and she goes, Tincture dear, please help our new customers. I'll be with them in a moment. She herself is this very striking woman with an air of enigmatic charm. She's got a elegant, ethereal beauty in this indigo skin that shimmers like moonlight, with long, flowing silver hair that cascades down her back like a waterfall. Even behind the single eyepiece as she's working, you can see vibrant violet eyes as she's working diligently. But then you hear clunking from the back of the room, the sound of these glass bottles as this little stumpy thing comes walking around the corner. Hello, friends. I'm Tincture. I'll help you today. A clumsy homunculus, about 2 feet tall, the plump spherical body comprised of clay bits and mostly glass vials and flasks that give him a semi-translucent appearance. And in his body is a swirling colors and glowing essences that pulse and change colors, and 2 small radiant orbs where his eyes should be convey this sense of innocence and curiosity. He moves with a wobbly, bumping motion as he like thumps into shelves coming through the room. And despite his clumsiness, he seems to just have a thirst for knowledge and nothing but deep affection for Viella. What can Tincture do for you all today?
You are Tincture.
I'm Tincture. Hello.
Hello.
Passing through, shopping.
Okay. We have nice things for friends from far off places. Do you need potions or herbs or special magic items?
What's the weirdest thing you have?
Me.
I knew that was coming.
I had a
What's
feeling
the
that.
second weirdest thing you all have? That's for sale.
Oh
Or
no, I'm
The
not.
weirdest
for
thing you
sale.
have for sale.
The weirdest thing we have for sale. We have some strange things. Give me a moment to go look. Viola, they want weird stuff. I'm gonna go look in the back.
Isadora is enthralled by this woman behind the counter. Like, she is
Max is
just-
behind her making the same expression.
Max, you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, baby girl.
Jesus.
I'm going to tell your friend.
Ah,
Don't you have a significant other waiting for you, like on the other side of the world?
I do.
Official.
She can admire.
I can. Just because I can't eat doesn't mean I can't look at the menu. Sheesh.
Goodness.
So,
After a few moments, Tincture comes wandering back.
does it seem like it handles all of the like shop running processes? while
It
she
seems
does?
really clumsy because its fingers are made of glass little vials as well, so it can't grab really well. He's doing his best. He comes back out holding 2 things. He goes, I have this that seems always interesting, but nobody wants it. It's special phoenix incense. You burn it, and then it makes your spells really spicy. And then
Sounds
that-
like you got a thing.
Does
Yeah.
that sound like the wizard drugs that we found?
Does that sound like a?
you're not sure. He's trying to
muse?
explain it to you.
Sorcerer's Muse.
Viella like leans back over. If you're capable of casting fireball, it helps you to do better with it.
Very straightforward. Thank you.
Yes, Tincture does his best. If you have any questions, please ask me. And he's like setting things on the counter as he's trying to reach. He's 2.5 feet tall, just clunking as he puts things on the counter. And then I brought. Oh, I forgot. I was holding something with this hand and I couldn't count to 3. I've got 3 things, not 2. We've got.
Oh, I love him. As soon as a character is bad at math, I love them.
Isadora and Max are just like, I would die for him. Isadora's gonna like get on one knee and like offer her other knee for him to step on so he
Oh,
can
thank
get up on the
you.
counter.
It helps
Yeah,
that you're
go
very
ahead,
tall.
bud.
It's like step stools, but I ran out of hands to bring the step stools over, so I just had to walk like this. So So I have this book too that's very, very interesting. Viola goes, be careful with that book. There's an entire soul of a wizard in there. You could tap into him
Really?
for additional capabilities. Yes, he was a bastard. Don't worry about it. I put him in there.
You put him in there.
He fucking deserved it. He cheated on me 3 times.
3?
How did you let a man cheat on you 3 times?
Well, he
you
cheated on
seen a
me.
mirror?
He cheated on me twice in love, and then once by trying to use my soul for a ritual. So instead, he found himself in a book.
That's fair.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
Honestly.
And she's like continuing to work. She hasn't looked at you guys once yet. She's just talking to you.
How much do you want for him?
For him?
Yeah.
I'd take 20 palladium for him. Which translates kind of funny. She's talking about platinum pieces.
Just, ooh,
I mean,
never mind.
it grants you extra. You get to tap into his vigor when utilizing magic.
You know, I think I would like that.
Um,
I've never
that
even touched on
capabilities.
magic before. I wonder what that would be.
It's
like.
a spellbound tome. If you attune to the item, you gain additional wizard spell slots.
Dang.
I don't
Soren-
doubt the capabilities of it, but
Soren, how badly do you want that?
I mean, I wouldn't.
Okay, one more
Like,
thing,
no
if you want to
but-
look at it, it's quite interesting. We have this pokey dagger thingy. And he like pulls out a blood red dagger that he tries to handle and then fumbles, and it lands in Isidora's foot. And Isidora, you take 2 points of piercing damage as this dagger goes think and sticks. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't have the right fingers, and it came out, and I'm so sorry.
Don't you worry about a
He's
thing.
down there like trying to pull it out with his little bottle
No,
vial
no,
fingers,
no.
and it's not working.
You're just moving it. Let me get it, please. And she just pulls it out, and it's like she's like, it's like a splinter. It's not. She like holds the blade part and it gives him the handle to grab onto to help him really just hold it.
Viola
It's like-
takes a small vial. Here you go, dear. It happens all the time. She
Thank
hands you
you,
a
thank
healing
you.
potion that you can drink and get your hit points back.
Yeah.
Does she at any point during this look at us?
Not yet. What dagger did you get for them, dear? Oh, I got the one that makes it so you can listen to people. You can talk to. She turns back and like, oh yes, the the Crimson Whispers.
Aye.
What in the 9 hells are you? I'm
There's
you,
nine
but
of
on the
them?
opposite side of the color spectrum.
Hi.
I'm a Virgo.
Aye.
What?
Virgo.
Darling, I'm sorry, but there seems to be something lost in translation. I apologize. No, the lot of you are interesting. A Terriex came through earlier. A friend of mine, someone who comes in and drops things off on occasion, and said that there were some interesting visitors in town. I didn't think they'd be coming to my shop, though.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely you. I mean, I don't think I know anybody else that has skin like yours, or, few people with dragon scales. None that walk like you do, and without tails, of all things. You, my dear, she points towards Maximil. Little more standard fare. You've seen like 1 or 2 tieflings down here. But none with the scales on the face. That's interesting.
Thanks.
Yes, I mean, welcome to the shop, the Abyssal Apothecary. It's a fine establishment. We help people with their alchemical needs, and we have some general supplies if you're venturing off to the wilderness to explore. And I mean, if you've made it to this side of the fucking world, then maybe you are exploring. I don't know. The only place I can explain from is across the mall. I have the slightest where you've come from.
Your name is Viola, correct?
Viola.
Viola. I wrote that down wrong.
Viola. V-A-E-L-A. Viola.
Viola.
V-A.
I'm gonna level with you, sweetheart.
6
I have 10
apostrophes.
gold.
Okay. I
What can I
mean,
get for that?
I have some tinctures and potions that help you. Ones that
Yeah.
cure poisons and diseases. Others that, like
Other
that one.
means poison. Strength.
That's a neat trick.
Anything- Yeah, you see these? And she just pulls out this arm. And she's like, yeah,
Max
these tattoos.
Fawns.
These tattoos, they, it's a long story, but yeah, it's a pretty neat trick. Anything for strength?
Not really. Sorry.
It's all good.
We have some things for strength. Mostly not within your price range, though, dear. I'm sorry.
Well then, she gives her 10 gold and just be like, just make it worth my while. Surprise me.
Okay. She looks around behind the counter for a moment. What about for the rest of you all?
I like weird things.
Well, I have quite a few weird things.
I just got stabbed by a weird thing.
I mean, I have the Phoenix Ash incense is quite interesting. I've got a.
In truth, I was just looking for a scroll.
Oh, I do have spell
Oh,
scrolls.
yeah.
What were you looking for?
Simple disguise.
Oh, yes, I have things to help with that.
Lovely. How much will that be?
What level spells disguise self?
First level.
First level. Should be pretty cheap. I had a chart for these, and I can't remember where it's at, but I'm pretty sure it's only like 50 gold. Yeah, 75 actually. Yeah.
75 gold?
Yeah. I've got those for 75. You, dear.
Mama man.
Yeah. And she hands you a small tincture. Drink that and speak aloud what you wish to resist and steel your body against, and you will do so. Elixir of resistance, you can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, necrotic, poison, radiant, or thunder, and you gain resistance for an hour.
Cool. Wait, who gets that?
You
do.
That's what you got. You said
Cool.
Those are 10 gold.
you said 10 gold and surprised
Yeah.
me, so I had to come up with a potion.
I don't know why I thought you were talking to Soren.
Too poor for this establishment.
We can
We need to go
can-
slay a
we
dragon
can-
for their horde.
Yeah, really.
we
We need to get
can
paid for literally anything we do.
we can try.
But you guys got paid by the
Persuading.
city or by the Adventurers
Yeah.
Guild before
No,
you left.
we got
No.
backed.
Oh,
There's
they
a line of
we got-
cracked you and they paid
Yeah,
for
they-
like
yeah.
everything
That,
for this
that
trip.
happened twice now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you guys have like creditors rather than people who just give you money. I apologize.
Hey, they want something in return, damn it. Nothing's free in this world.
No more of this working pro bono crap.
What are you working on right now, Miss Vela?
I mean, I have this that I've been working on, and you see the potion she's been tinkering with there. Elemental Fury. Drink it and imbue your attacks and your magic with additional damage of. In this particular case, this one's ice, but I have Elemental Fury for fire and acid and just helpful things when facing off against the array of creatures outside of our borders. Adventurers tend to stop in and pick up on supplies so they can go earn their keep and be heroes of the realm.
I look at Soren counting his gold pitifully, and
I don't actually bring it out and count it. I just know how much I have, and it's like kind of
Yeah,
jingle
okay.
it once,
Jingles
I'm
it.
like,
in my mind, you're going like 70. No, I don't have it. So I'll just go, Soren, please, here, allow me to. I have more money than I know what to do with, and I'm gonna chuck him 9 platinum, which would be 90 gold.
that's a lot.
Isidore's one eye is.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know how, but for some reason I had like more platinum than I know what to do with. So here, you buy what you need.
Okay. Come back to me in a second.
How much money did you just hand him?
9
gold.
platinum.
90 gold.
90 gold.
Mhm.
I'll take 7. Pass him back to.
No. I give you 9. I give you 9.
Fuck, alright, fine. I guess I'll take the 7
Scroll.
platinum, 5 gold of my own, and pass it to her, and just. Suppose that's taken care of. Then thank you. I will pay you back.
No, by all means, you have paid me back enough.
What were you buying?
The spell scroll.
Scroll of disguise self.
This guy's self for 75 gold. Okay.
Okay. And so how much do you have more of those like spicy spells for fireball?
The Phoenix
Like the
Ash
spicy
incense.
potions? Yeah.
Yeah, you just.
Do you have stuff like that?
That incense block there? It's a small like brick of incense. You could cut that up and use it 4 times. You essentially, perform the ritual in the morning, and as you're preparing for your day and saying your morning prayers or whatever it is that you do, you breathe in the incense, and then should you cast the spell during the day, it'll make it better. And it's good for 4 uses.
That's nice. How much?
So really quick, what exactly it does is you consume it during your daily preparations, and then for the first time you cast Fireball during the day, it'll add an additional 4d6 fire damage.
Okay.
Spicy.
I mean, Tincture brought you the nicest thing we have. That one's going to be 75 platinum.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh well. We're not quite that in the riches quite yet, unless we can. Is there a way we can do you a favor to get more stuff? Do you need anything done?
Do you need anything done?
No, not particularly. I mean, I'm always on the lookout for rare ingredients. Jaeger, what are you doing as kind of like all this conversation is happening? These guys are looking at the stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
Max,
just
sounds like you got this one.
walking the establishment. I'm with everybody. I'm not really doing much.
And
Yes,
Listening and walking.
Soren,
Looking
Maximiel, and
shelves, maybe.
Isadora are like near the proprietor, talking to them. And Doran, where are you at? You like closer to the door, checking out the shop? What are you up to?
Well, I was just handing Soren some cash, so I'm probably by Soren.
When she mentions ingredients, I do have a fuck ton of weird stuff that I've collected.
Do we still have the goop?
We can sell shit.
Yes, I have the black vial of sovereign glue. I have the ancient bio goop that I mentioned. I identified while we were on the trip, but I just didn't follow up asking what exactly it is. I have the vial of liquid death. I have the
that
now
too.
inert spider venom from Maximian.
I have stench spore.
I've got a few things from the Katala.
Oh, Kutala.
The Katala jungle. I stopped speaking.
Well, I mean, after you hand off the money, Doran, you kind of like looking around the shop, like you're kind of between the entrance and the desk near to that, and Tincture kind of goes past you near your direction. Hey, you need anything for you, friend? I mean, we don't have big like smashy things like you have, but he clinks along with you. There's I mean, we have these over here that are fun. You throw them, and they make a and they scare people and like blind them, and it's really bright. And then you go and you smash them with your hammer thing.
You're talking about flashbang?
Yeah, sure. It goes boom, flash, and it's Yeah.
Well, I'm not actually the one to talk to about that, and I point out Jaeger, and I say, you would probably be very definitely interested in that.
It would be. That'd be. Did you guys bring in Weird Storm with you? And like as he
Storm?
says
Not
that to you,
on
Doran, like
purpose.
right there with you, he points outside, and you kind of see the from your vantage point, like you could look out to the city and you can see kind of coming from where the Spire of the Dreamer is, this dark black and purple ichor hanging like a cloud pouring out from above the spires.
Oh, that is ominous.
Jaeger, as you're across the shop exploring the dimly lit interior of the Abyssal Apothecary, you notice a subtle shift in the shadows. At first, it's a faint rustling like the gentle whisper of silk against stone. And then from the walls themselves, grotesque elongated limbs start to emerge. Doran, you notice at the same time that Icarus shadows start to pour over the entire shop and this spire as well. Jaeger, you watch as these long limbs begin to crawl out of the shadows with an eerie grace that defies their horrifying experience. The elongated limbs and distorted nightmarish features make them appear as they're conjured from the darkest corner of the abyss. Their translucent, pallid skin shimmers with a sickly sheen as they emerge, and their eyes glow with a malevolent crimson light. Those of you standing around the counter, enamored with Viella, suddenly hit as these creatures, reminiscent of the one that crawled out of Botran's mouth, emerge from the shadows of the shop. This grotesque amalgamation of humanoid and nightmarish beasts with jagged rows of sharp teeth and claws. They slither and creep out of the walls, unsettlingly fluid as if they're part of the shadows themselves. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
I have 7 sorcery points!
And you can use them next time.
7! Sorry, 10.
As they're slowly materializing, I don't suppose we would have time to react to that, right?
Mostly the oh shit, and then we're gonna go into combat next week.
All right.
Can
And
Max-
Doran, you know
Sweet.
where that whole cloud is coming from. Nobody else saw that, except for poor Kingster, who's just hanging out, being his little vile made self.
Oh,
Max?
tincture.
I don't know if
Would I
it counts as a reaction, but Max is just gonna go, oh god, I could use some magic right now.
With the camera.
Oh man. Thank you for your appropriate spelling of Viella with the 4 fucking apostrophes. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. It's V apostrophe A apostrophe apostrophe E apostrophe L apostrophe A.
That's true. You did say it was 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Okay,
You're,
there we go.
you'll get it sorted out in the
Double
future.
apostrophe.
You gotta get the double apostrophe in there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We love y'all. We missed you guys last week, but we'll be back for another one next week as we figure out what the fuck these Eldritch Horrors are and what's going on with Botran back at the Spire of the Dreamer. So we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Over spooky game. Yay!
Hey.
Woohoo.